Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are really pulling ahead early on, followed closely by Bobardo and Wuzeria Sky. Lacrosse 1980 and Baker Girone are trailing a bit behind, but it's still anyone's race at this point. Elvaneni and Andre Roy are on the move, making impressive overtakes to secure 22nd place. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha is making a strong push, now in third after passing Lacrosse 1980 and Baker Girone. Susanna Greenberg and Maya also climbing up the ranks, now sitting in 5th position after overtaking Neo Texan and Sabina 27. The race dynamics are really heating up with these strategic maneuvers. Lacrosse 1980 and Baker Girone, now in 2nd place, passing Darth Blazer and C. Fontina. Hugger 3, and in the flux up to 8, surpassing Duff Dad and Just Jazit. Steve Horn beat HA and Osman Yassin 20, now in the 11th place, overtaking Gary No Name. Neo Texan and Sabina 27 make a strong move, now sitting in 6th place after passing Feds from Team Still No Name Racing. A thrilling battle unfolds for the 17th spot between Fiery, Superlacroix, Welk CB, and Obelixamax, each showcasing their skills in different car models. Jasek 72 and Sir Ironbot climbed to 24th place, surpassing Elvaneni and Underroig in the process. Feds is making moves, climbing to 6th by overtaking Neo Texan and Savannah 27. The battle heats up between Air 40, Koki Benignity, and Quack Daddy 2 for P22. In another tight contest, Jasak 72, Sir Ironbot, Elvaneni and Androvich are fighting for P24, with different car models on the track. Koki Benenity and Quack Daddy 2 have slipped to P29, facing challenges on the track. Feds made a solid move to 5 by overtaking Darth Blazer and C. Fontina. Galga 77 and Deplorable Apple climbed to Pate, surpassing Neo Texan and Sabine 27. Koki Benenity and Quack Daddy 2 have advanced to 28th place, successfully passing Autone in the process. Knalga 77 in the Osella Pat 21. Honda is fiercely contesting Deplorable Apple for 8th place, while Neo Texan in the YO Concept, Funio 4RC, is putting pressure on Sabina 27 in the same battle. The competition is heating up as these drivers jostle for position. Bobardo and Roserius Guy are really setting the pace early on, followed closely by Lacrosse in 1980 and Baker Jerome. Rizzoli Adha is right behind them, looking to make a move and shake up the standings. The competition is heating up as they navigate through the corners and straights, staying neck and neck in this thrilling race. Stefan Beetz and Osmanias 20 have advanced in 9th position, surpassing Neo-Texan and Sabinir 27. Aminsan and Amy have climbed to 17th place, overtaking Waug CB and Obelix Max. Elvon Neni and Andrei have moved up to 22nd place, passing Edelbach de Ducey. ABMD and Fractal Hollow are fiercely contesting the 15th spot, both driving a Bake Mono. Meanwhile, Dakota Snake in the YO Concept Funio 4RC is also in the mix for that position. Let's see who will come out on top in this battle. Seistorn BDJ and Osmanias in 20 in the Ocelapa 21 Honda are neck and neck with Neo-Texan and Sabinir 27 in the YO Concept Funio 4RC, all fighting for the 9th position. Exciting battle unfolding there. Welcome back, Rafael. It's great to have you back in the race car spectating gang. Strap in and enjoy the show. Checkered flag party popper. Hugate 3 and in the Flux make a solid move to claim 7, leaving Naga 77 and Deplorable Eagle behind. The battle for Pate intensifies with Nalga 77, Deplorable Eagle, Setst 4 and BZJ, and Osmanias and 20 fighting for positions. Neo-Texan and Sabinir 27 are in a tough competition with Frozen 79 and Nukembukum, all driving YO Concept Funio 4, RC and Praga Ron cars, for the 11th slot. Darth Beza and C. Fontina are on the move, shrinking the distance to Feds by 2.1 seconds. Dakota Snake from Team Racing Potatoes is currently in a tense battle with Waug CB and Obelix Max for the 17th position. Gary No Name in the Praga Rhone is vying with Neo-Texan and Sabinir 27 in the YO Concept Funio 4RC for the 10th position. The race intensifies as they strive for that coveted spot on the track. Hugger 3, and the Flux now hold 7th place, passing Naga 77 and Deplorable. Neotexum, Sabini 27, Duff Dad, and Just Jazik are fiercely contesting the 12th spot. Aetion 1792, Abby MD, and Fractal Hollow are in a tight tussle for 14th position. Feds is struggling and dropped to 15th place. Hugger 3, and in the Flux advanced to 6th, passing Nalga 77 and Deplorable. Knalga 77 and Deplorable moved up to 7th, overtaking Frozen 79 and Nukimbo King Bull P. Feds is now in 28th place, facing some challenges. Otoni's on a mission, reducing the gap to Feds by 14.7 seconds. Jasak 72 and Sarah Ironbot have made moves to 22nd place, surpassing Koki Baninity and Quack Duty 2.I. Rizaldi Ada has advanced to 2nd place, surpassing Lacroson 1980 and Baker Giron in a tight battle for the position. The competition for 2nd place is heating up between Rizaldi Ada, Lacroson 1980, and Baker Giron. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina, now at foul after overtaking Lacroix on 1980 and Baker Journey. Hugger 3, in the Flux, Nalga 77, and Deplorable Apple locked in a tight battle for 6. Day Cuttersnake makes a move to 15, passing Amundsen and Amy. Knalga 77 and Deplorable are making a strong comeback, narrowing the distance to Rizaldi Ata by 10.42 seconds. Fiery and Super Lacroix are on a roll, surging through the pack and claiming 13th place by overtaking 4 cars. Unfortunately, Lacroixon 1980 and Baker Joraner are facing challenges, dropping down the standings by 10 positions to 19th place. Fiery and Super Lacroix advanced to 11th place, passing Gary No Name. Amundsen and Amy climbed to 14th place, overtaking Duff Dad and Just Jazik. Wauk CB and Obelix Amax progressed to 25th place, overtaking Koki Baninity and Quekta Day 2. Knalga 77 and Deplorable are making a solid move, catching up to Darth Blazer and C. Fontina by reducing the gap by 5.8 seconds. Knalga 77 and Deplorable have advanced to 4th place, surpassing Huggood 3 and In the Flux. Fiery and Superlacra have climbed to 10th place, overtaking Rizaldi Adha. On the other hand, Rizaldi Adha has moved up to 11th place, overtaking 81 1792. Gary No Name is struggling, dropping to 25th place. Suzanne Greenberg and Maya are catching up to Bobardo and Wazirius Guy, reducing the gap by 3.1 seconds. Rizaldi Adha has advanced to 10th place, overtaking Fiery and Super Lacroix. Acheon 1792 advances to 11th, passing Fiery and Super Lacroix. Koki Beninity, Quack Duddy 2, Elvaneni, and Andreveoic are fiercely contesting 26th place with Radical Assetto 335, taking on Praga Run. Sesfon BJ and Osmanius 20 have advanced to 5th place, surpassing Frozen 79 and Nukembokum. Frozen 79 and Nukembokum have now taken the 6th spot, passing Neotexum and Sabina 27. Neotexum and Sabina 27 have moved up to 7th position, overtaking Huggard 3 and In the Flux. Auton is making moves, narrowing the gap with Fiery and Super Lacroix by 5.9 seconds. Darth Blazer and C. Fuentina are closing in on Suzanne Greenberg and Maya, reducing the difference by 2.3 seconds. There's a heated battle for the 10th position between Acheon 1792 in an Osella Pat 21 Honda and Amundsen, and Amy in a Palmer Jaguar Jeep-Own. Foreign BJ and Osman Yasin 20 are making a move on Nalga 77 and Deplorablepal, reducing the gap by 4.9 seconds. Huggett 3 and In the Flux are also closing in on Neotexum and Sabina 27, shrinking the distance by 4 seconds. Bobardo and Wazirius Guy are neck and neck in the lead, with Suzanne Greenberg and Maya close behind in second, followed by Darth Blazer and C. Fuentina bringing up the rear. Let's see how this dynamic mix of racers plays out on the track. Waxy B said, "Hey Amy, list top 5 reasons to not coast behind a car going 45 km/h but overtake." Hey there. Here are the top 5 reasons to not just coast behind a car going 45 km/h but overtake. 1. Because you'd rather be in the lead than eating their exhaust fumes. 2. It's more fun to feel the wind in your hair as you zoom past them. 3. Overtaking is a great way to stretch your car's legs a bit. 4. Who wants to be stuck in traffic when you can be speeding ahead? 5. Passing slower cars gives you a sense of accomplishment and a little adrenaline rush. Remember to always drive safely and obey traffic laws. Darth Blazer and C. Fortina are making a strong move, closing the gap to Suzanne Greenberg and Maya by 8 and 2 seconds. Abby and Fractal Hollow are also on the move, narrowing the distance to Elvaneni and Andrew Wake by 9.7 seconds. The pressure is on as Darth Blazer and C. Fortina continue to push, reducing the gap by 8.2 seconds to Suzanne Greenberg and Maya.D. Frozen 79 and Nukembukam are fiercely contesting for the 6th spot in their Praga-owned cars, while Neo Texan and Sabina 27 are equally matched in their YO concept Funio 4. I see Tiktal. It's a tight battle unfolding in the middle of the pack. Frozen 79 and Nukembukam make a strong move, advancing to 6th place by overtaking Hugud 3 and In the Flux. However, Hugud 3 and In the Flux swiftly counter, climbing to 7th position by passing Neotexum and Sabina 27. Feds is making a strong move, catching up to La Corsa 1980 and Baker Joram, reducing the gap by 46.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Emerson and Amy have advanced to Penn, surpassing Aetion 1792 from Team Blue Star. Georgie. Aetion 1792 has moved up to 11, overtaking Jasak 72 and Sir Ironbot.E. Klalga 77 and Deplorably Apple are making a strong move, catching up to Darth Blazer and C. Fortina by reducing the gap by 5.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Feds is also on the move, closing in on La Corsa 1980 and Baker Joram significantly, with a 47.3 second decrease in the gap. Cool. The competition is heating up as the race progresses. Welcome back, Arayu Serial. Good to see you here again. Let's enjoy some awesome race car action together. Ricardo Snake is feeling the pressure as Duff Dad and Just Jessica closing in, reducing the gap by 8.4 seconds. Jasak 72 and Sir Ironbot are making moves, climbing to P11 by overtaking A2 on 1792. The competition is heating up with Duff Dad and Just Jasic continuing their pursuit of Decoder Snake. It's all part of the thrill of racing, ups and downs, unexpected moments. And of course, the good old clown music. Keep pushing everyone, every race is a new adventure. Gary No Name is now in 17th place, successfully passing Neo Texum and Sabine at 27. Neo Texum and Sabine 27 have advanced to 18th place, surpassing Elvaneni and Andriuik. Elvaneni and Andriuik have climbed to 19th place, overtaking Wauxi B and Obelixamax. ABMD and Fractal Hollow are on a roll, gaining ground on Elvaneni and Andruvate by 7:30 seconds. Darth Blazer and C. Fortina have made their move to second place, passing Susan Greenberg and Maya. The chase is intense as ABMD and Fractal Hollow continue to close in on Elvaneni and Andreic, reducing the gap by 7:30 seconds. Naga 77 and Deplorable Apple are steadily catching up to Darth Blazer and C. Fontina, reducing the distance by 2.2 seconds. Similarly, Neo Texum and Sabina 27 are making gains on Gary, No Name, closing in by 2.1 seconds. Exciting developments as the race progresses. Fiery and Subalaqua are fiercely contesting the 16th position, both in high-performance cars. Fiery is in a Norma M20FC, while Subalaqua pilots a Pravaron. The competition between these drivers is heating up as they navigate the track. Ationu 1792 is now in 11th place, managing to pass Jesek 72 and Siriron Bot Dotti. Over in the back, Ortone and Greninjab are fiercely fighting for the 21st position. Stayform Bates A and Osmanison 20 have made impressive moves, advancing to 5th position by overtaking Frozen 79 and Nukembo Toll. Otto Nagelbach are neck and neck fighting it out for the 22nd position. Holtoen and Edelbach are neck and neck, fighting for the 22nd position. Neo Texum and Sabina 27 have advanced to 17th place, passing Gary No Name Altum and Edelbach are fiercely contesting 22nd place on the track. R40 is on fire, gaining on Gary No Name by 6.1 seconds. The battle for 6th place is heating up between Seist 4 and BSE, Osmanius in 20, and Rizaldi Ada. R40 continues to close in on Gary No Name, reducing the gap by 6.1 seconds. Esteform beats 8, Osmanius in 20, and Rizaldi Adha are currently locked in a tight battle for the 6th position. Meanwhile, Greninja is making a strong move, closing in on Gary No Name by reducing the gap by 2.9 seconds. Fiery and Super Lacroix have advanced to 13th place, surpassing Duff Dad and Just Jazik. Neotaxum and Sabina 27 have progressed to 16th place, overtaking Snickelfeed 115 and Komodo 3. Eist 4 and Bidash, Osman Yasin 20, and Rizaldi Adha are fiercely contending for the 6th position. It's a three-way struggle for that spot on the track. SD4 and BJ and Osmanius in 20 have advanced to the 6th position, surpassing Rizaldi Adha in a swift move. Aetion 1792 now holds the 9th spot, overtaking Jasak 72 and Siririmbot.I. In turn, Jasak 72 and Siririmbot climb to 10th place, leaving Amundsen and Amy behind in their wake. R40 is on the move, now sitting in 17th after overtaking Amundsen and Amy. Koki Benenedi and Quack Daddy 2 are making gains, closing in on Amundsen and Amy by 4.2 seconds. ABMD and Fractal Hollow are also closing the gap on Elvaneni and Andrevaig, narrowing it down by 2.1 seconds. Frozen 79 and Nokembokum are steadily catching up to Nelga 77 and Deplorably Apple, shrinking the difference by 4.6 seconds. Duff Dad Jusjatic and Dika the Snake are fiercely competing for the 13th position. Elvoneni and Andreaik have advanced to 25th place, surpassing Walk CB and Obelixamax Ditty. Des4 and Beats 8 and Osmanius in 20 have made a strong move, advancing to the 5th position by overtaking Rizaldi Adha. In response, Rizaldi Adha has climbed to 6th place after overtaking Frozen 79 and Nukembokim. Sneaku 515, and Komodo 3 have pushed up to 15th place, passing Jazak 72 and Sirironbot. While CB and Obelix Max have climbed to 25th place, overtaking Elvonini and Androvich Totti. There's a tight competition for the 25th spot between WAC CB and Obelix Max in a YO Concept Funia 4 RC, and Elvoneni and Androvich in the Praga Rhone. Hugger 3 is putting the pressure on in the flux, catching up to 81 1792 by reducing the gap to just 2.2 seconds. Steve 4 and BJJ and Osmanis in 20 are making a strong move, catching up to Darth Blazer and C14, reducing the gap by 10.6 seconds. The trio is now in an intense battle for the 5th position alongside Rizaldi Adha. Dufdad and Just Jazik have advanced to 11th place, surpassing Dakota Snake. Dakota Snake has climbed to 12th place, overtaking Neotexum and Sabin 27. Neotexum and Sabin at 27 have progressed to 13th place, passing Fiery and Super Lacroix. Wow, CB said, "Hey Amy, what was at La Crosse in 1980 last lap time?" Hey there. At La Crosse on 1980s, last lap time was 2:19.864. Let me know if you need any other info. Car 40 advances to 15, surpassing Amundsen and Amy. Amundsen and Amy climbed to 16, overtaking Jazak 72 and Sirironbot. Jazak 72 and Sirironbot progressed to 17, passing Fiery and Super Lacroix. While CB and Obelix Max are now at position 25, passing ABMD and Fractal Hollow in the process. ABMD and Fractal Hollow have advanced to position 26 by overtaking Elvaneni and Andrevale Victor L. Aetion 1792 skillfully advances to 8th place, leaving Huggard 3 behind in the rearview mirror. The race dynamics are truly heating up. Aetion 1792 makes an impressive move to take 8th place, passing Huggard 3 in the mix. Air 40 is steadily catching up to Snaku 515 and Komodo 3, reducing the distance by 2.3 seconds. Gary No Name said, Hey Amy, who has the fastest lap? Hey Gary, no name. So far, Darth Blazer and C Fontina have the fastest lap with a time of 2:17.923. They're zipping around that track. Snaku 515 and Komodo 3 dropped to P21 after losing 6 positions. Neil Texum and Sabina 27 fall to P22 after losing 10 positions. Susanne Greenberg and Maya close in on Bobardo and Wazirius Guy, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Ted said, "Hey Amy, can you make my car suspiciously faster?" "K, thanks." "Hey Feds." "Sure thing, let me sprinkle some extra horsepower and lock on your car. Let's see if that gives you the edge." In a winking. Snickle 515 and Komodo 3 are charging ahead, inching closer to Koki Beninity and Quack Dotty 2, reducing the gap by 593.7 seconds. Darth Blazer and C Fortina have made a significant move to claim third place from Nolga 77 and Deplorable Apple. Frozen 79 and Newcomb Bakum have also climbed to 5th place, overtaking Rizaldi Adha in the process. The race dynamics are certainly keeping us on our toes. Darth Blazer and C Fontina are gaining on Suzanne Greenberg and Maya, shrinking the difference by 3.1 seconds. Gary No Name has advanced to Pelivan, surpassing Atium 1792. Jazak 72 and Siraimbot are catching up to Duff Dad and Just Jazik, reducing the margin by 3.2 seconds. Darth Blazer and C Fontina have advanced to 2nd place, successfully overtaking Suzanne Greenberg and Maya in the ongoing race. Knalga 77 and Deplorable Apple are making significant gains, narrowing the distance to Suzanne Greenberg and Maya by 22 seconds. The race is heating up as they close in on the leading pack. Zeston BDJ and Osmania Sin 20 are making a move on Dika Deseg from Team Racing Potatoes, reducing the gap by 4.5 seconds. Air 40 is making a strong move, now in 8th place after overtaking Aminsan and Amy. Aminsan and Amy are now in 9th, passing Decada Snake. Hugot 3 and In the Flux are fighting it out with Duff Dad and Just Jazik for the 13th position. It's an intense battle between an Azella PA 21 Honda and Iwayo Concept Funio 4RC. Snuku 515 and Komodo 3 are on the move, closing in on Gary No Name by 9.1 seconds. Edelbach advances to 15 by passing Duff Dad and Just Jasik Docting. Koki Beninity and Quack Daddy 2 climb to 18, surpassing Gary No Name in the process. Hey Vexero Zeroid, welcome back to the stream. Good to have you back in the fast lane with us. La Croissant 1980 and Baker Girona have advanced to 27th place, passing New Texan and Sabina 27 in the process. Steve 4 and BSJ, Osman Yassin 20, and Rizaldi Adha are currently locked in a tight battle for the 6th position on the track. Exciting times as these drivers jostle for position. Dakota Snake has progressed to P9, surpassing Air 40 in the process. Air 40 is facing challenges, dropping 6 positions to 16th place. Aetium 1792 made a strong move up to 10th place, passing Hugger 3 in the process. Fiery and Superlaqua have advanced to 14th place, overtaking Duff Dad and Just Jazzy. While Bean and Obelixamax are putting the pressure on all time, narrowing the gap by 5.4 seconds. Gary No Name is making moves, now in P18 after passing Snuku 515 and Komodo 3. Meanwhile, Snuku 515 and Komodo 3 have also advanced to P19, overtaking Edelbach in the process. ATM 1792 from Team AI Thunderbolt makes a bold move to secure Pate by passing Dika the Snake of Racing Potatoes. However, Dika the Snake is not backing down and is closing in with only a 2.4 second gap. In the meantime, Deka the Snake is now battling Rizaldi Adha for P9. Exciting developments in the mid-pack. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are making significant progress, narrowing the gap to Babardo and Wazirius Guy by 13.7 seconds. New Texan and Sabina 27 are also on a charge, closing in on Feds by 544.8 seconds. The battle for position is getting intense as the race unfolds. ABMD and Fractal Hollow are making big gains on Rizaldi Aidha, closing in by 16.4 seconds. Susanna Greenberg and Maya are also gaining on Darth Blazer and C. Fortina, reducing the gap by 3.2 seconds. Gary No Name is climbing up the ranks to 16, successfully overtaking Koki by Ninity and Quack Duddy 2. Waxy B and Obelixamax are rapidly catching up to Koki Binity and Quack Duddy 2, reducing the gap by 15.1 seconds. Elsewhere, Frozen 79 and Nukambukan are closing in on Nalga 77 and Deplorable, narrowing the distance by 4.5 seconds. The chase continues as Waxy CB and Obelixamax persist in their pursuit, aiming to close the gap even further. Waxy B and Obelixamax have advanced to position 23, surpassing Abby and D and Fractal Hollow. Abby and D and Fractal Hollow now hold position 24, overtaking Elvoneni and Andre Vetatoi. Rizaldi Adha is making impressive progress, catching up to Elvoneni and Andre Vague by reducing the gap by 11.5 seconds. ATN 1792 is closing in on Amundsen and Amy, shrinking the gap by 4.8 seconds. Dakota Snake, Jasak 72, and Sirironbot are fiercely competing for the 10th position, with Dakota Snake in a YO, Concept Funio, 4RC, and Jasak 72, and Sirironbot both driving a Norma M20FC. Feds is making a strong push, catching up to Lacroixon 1980 and Baker Jorenbau, reducing the gap by 15.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Egelbach has climbed to 17 after overtaking Sniku 515 and Komodo 3. The battle for positions is heating up. Lacroixon 1980 and Baker Girona are swiftly closing in on Rizaldi Adha, reducing the gap by 176.3 seconds. The chase is on. Neo Texan and Sabina 27 are making a strong move towards Feds, cutting the gap by 20 seconds. Waxy B and Obelixamax are gradually catching up to Auton, reducing the margin by 2.9 seconds. Neo Texan and Sabina 27 continue to close in on Feds, shrinking the distance by 20 seconds. Lacroixon 1980 and Baker Jorani are now hot on the heels of Rizaldi Adha, reducing the gap by 3.8 seconds. Lacroixon 1980 and Baker Girona making impressive progress, reducing the distance to Rizaldi Adha by 14.5 seconds. La Croissant 1980, and Beccajorum I think a strong charge towards Rizaldi Adha, reducing the gap by 21.3 seconds. Decoder Snake is also gaining on Hug of 3, narrowing the margin by 2.3 seconds. It's all about those intense battles and strategic moves on the track.
Oh, that was naughty. He did that on purpose. What an idiot. What an idiot. That was just wrong.
La Croissant 1980 and Beccajorum are making a strong push towards Rizaldi Adha, reducing the gap by 32.7 seconds. Fiery and Super La Croix have climbed up to P12, passing Air 40 in the process. Air 40, on the other hand, has advanced to P13 after overtaking Decoder Snake. La Croissant 1980 and Beccajorum are on a charge, catching up to Rizaldi Adha by 71.2 seconds. Suzanne Greenberg and Maya closing in on Darth Blazer and C. Fontina, reducing the gap by 4.5 seconds. Snikova 15 and Komodo 3 have made a move to 17, overtaking Decoder Snake. La Croissant 1980 and Beccajorum are on a mission, closing in on Rizaldi Adha by 38.4 seconds. Air 40 is making moves, now in 13th place after passing Duff Dad and Just Jazik Got. Sneaker 515, Komodo 3 and Decoder Snake are battling it out for the 17th spot, with different cars adding an interesting dynamic to the race. Snicker 515 is fiercely contesting with Komodo 3 and Decoder Snake for the 17th spot. Sneaker 515 and Komodo 3 are behind the wheel of a Norma M20 FC, while Decoder Snake is steering a YO Concept Funio 4 RC. Edelbach gains ground, overtaking Gary No Name for 15th place. Gary No Name said, "Hey Amy, who has the 5 fastest lap times?" Hey there Gary No Name. The 5 fastest lap times are as follows. 1. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina with a time of 2:17.86710. 2. Feds, with a time of 2:17.978. 3. Neo Texum and Sabine 27, with a time of 2:17.5611. 4. Risoldiata with a time of 2:18.439. 5. Bobardo and Wazirius Guy with a time of 2:18.319. These folks are blazing around the track. Edelbach is now within striking distance of Duffdad and Just Jazig, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Snakeboy 515 and Komodo 3 are making moves, advancing to 16 and passing Decatur Snake. Decatur Snake from Team Racing Potatoes has climbed to 17, overtaking Kokubai Ninty and Quack Duddy 2 in this exciting race. Neo Texum and Sabina 27 are really making strides, catching up to Feds by reducing the gap by 7 seconds. Similarly, Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are closing in on Bobardo and Wazirius Guy, narrowing the distance by 2.4 seconds. The competition is heating up as the drivers jockey for position. Autumn is making moves, climbing up to the 20th position by overtaking both Cookie Bananity and Quack Daddy 2. While CB and Obelix Samax have made a strong move, advancing to the 23rd position by overtaking ABMD and Fractal Hollow. What was that? Elfanengi and Andre Wade showing some impressive moves, climbing up to 24th position as they overtake ABMD and Fractal Hollow Dodi. Welcome back, Paulo Costanin. Glad to see you joining us again for some AI race car action. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are gaining on Bobardo and Wazirius Guy, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Feds is also making a move, closing in on Lacroisson 1980 and Baker Duran by 2.2 seconds. The battle for positions is heating up as the race progresses. Harder 3 is gaining on in the flux, reducing the distance by 2.1 seconds. Snake 515 in the Norma M20SC is currently battling it out with Komodo 3, also in a Norma M20SC, and Dakota Snake in a YO Concept, Finio 4RC, for the 16th position. Let's see who will emerge victorious in this tight competition. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are making significant gains, catching up to Barbardo and Wazirius Guy, with a reduction of 2.5 seconds in the gap. Similarly, Abby MD and Fractal Hollow are on the move, closing in on Walg CB and Obelixamax by 2.3 seconds. Exciting developments in the mid-pack positions. Knolgar 77 and Deplorably Equal are making a strong move, narrowing the distance to Suzanne Greenberg and Maya by 2:30 seconds. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are making significant gains on Barbardo and Wazirius Guy, diminishing the difference by 2.6 seconds. Target 3 from In the Flux has made a strong move up to 9th place, successfully overtaking Ehiti 170.92 from Team Blue Star. Duff Dad and Just Jusic have made a strong move, now in 13th place after overtaking Amin-san and Amy. The battle for 13th is heating up between Duff Dad and Just Jusic, in a YO Concept, Funio 4RC, and Amin-san and Amy, in the Palma Jaguar G-Pon. Amy and Amin-san are gaining on Duff Dad and Just Jusic, reducing the distance between them by 2.2 seconds. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are making moves, gradually catching up to Barbardo and Wazirius Guy, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Code 3 and In the Flux are fiercely battling Jazak 72 and Siraranbot for the 9th position. The Osella Pat 21 Honda is up against the Norma M20 EFC. Take that thought. It's a close competition as they navigate the track. Duff Dad and Just Jusic are closing in on R40, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Amy and Amundsen have made significant progress, moving up to 13th place by overtaking Air 40. Blaze and Fontina are making gains on Bobardo and Wazirius Guy, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Edelbach is climbing up the ranks to 13, overtaking F40 in the process. Aetion 1792 makes a move up to 8th place, overtaking Huggard 3. They're now locked in a tight battle for that position. In the back, Jasak 72 and Sir Ironbot have advanced to 10th place, passing Fiery and Super Lacroix. Hoyt in the Flux, now in 8th place, passing Aetion 1792. Corky Beninity and Quackduddy 2 advanced to 19th place, overtaking Greninja. Wauk CB and Obelix Samax climbed to 22nd place, passing Autone. Stace 4 and BHA and Osman Yasin 20 make a strong move to claim the 5th position, passing Frozen 79 and Nukembakum. Meanwhile, ABMD and Fractal Hollow are neck and neck with Elvonini and Andre Wake in a heated battle for the 24th spot. The Bakmono and Pragarone are really pushing each other in this tight race. Jazak 72, Sir Ironbot, Fiery, and Super Lacroix are tightly contesting for the 10th position. Amy showing some excellent driving skills, moving up to 12th place alongside Amundsen. They've overtaken Duffdad and Just Jazik in a swift maneuver. Snaku 515 and Komodo 3 are quickly catching up to Duff Dad and Just Jazik, reducing the time difference by 2.1 seconds. Amundsen in the Palmer Jaguar. Japon is fighting Amy for 12th place, while Duff Dad and Just Jazik in the YO Concept Formula 4RC are also in the mix for that position. The battle for 12th place is heating up. Fiery and Super Lacroix have advanced to 10th place, surpassing Amundsen and Amy. Aminsan and Amy have progressed to 11th place, passing Jizag 72 and Sirayombot. Fiery and Superlaqua are neck and neck with Aminsan and Amy for the 10th position in their Norma M20FC and Palma Jaguar Jupone, respectively. Meanwhile, Snaku 515 and Komodo 3 are making gains on Jazak 72 and Sirayombot, decreasing the distance by 2.7 seconds. Car number 40 has advanced to position 14, successfully passing Gary No Name. Gary No Name retaliates by climbing to position 15, overtake Dakota Saint. Hey there Cat Phoebe, welcome back to the stream. We've missed having you here. Buckle up and enjoy the race with us. Dufda and Jazik are making a move on Fiery and Superlaqua, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Aminsan and Amy have made a fantastic move, climbing up to the 9th position by overtaking A2 on 1792. It's shaping up to be a thrilling battle for that spot between Aminsan and Amy in the Palma Jaguar, Japon and A2 on 1792 in the Ozella, Pack 21 Honda. Susanna Greenberg and Maya now in 2nd place, passing Darth Blazer and C. Fortina. Sniku 515 and Komodo 3 challenging Air 40 for the 13th spot. Norma M20FC and Lada Revolution are still battling it out on the track. Edelbach is now in 17 after passing Jesak 72 and Sirayombot. La Croissant 1980 and Baker Jorman are inching closer to Rizaldi Ada, reducing the distance by 2:30 seconds. Stam Vijay and Osman Yasin 20 are rapidly catching up to Darth Blazer and C. Fortina, reducing the gap by 29.6 seconds.
Copy, copy.
Darth Blazer and C. Fortina are making a move on Nalga 77 and Deplorable, closing in by 2.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Dufdad and Just Jazik have advanced to 11th place, overtaking Fiery and Super Lacroix in the process. Suzanne Greenberg and Meyer are making a strong push, catching up to Barbado and Rosirius Guy, reducing the gap significantly by 30.5 seconds. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina have made an impressive move to secure third place by overtaking Olga 77 and Deplorable Apple. Koki Benenity and Quack Daddy 2 are making impressive progress, closing in on Fiery and Super Lacroix by 32.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Gary No Name is climbing up the ranks to P13, successfully passing Error 40. Frozen 79 and Mukembo Ken have made a swift move, advancing to the 5th position after overtaking the ST4 and BZJ and Osman Yusin 20. Eminson and Amy have surged to 9th place, passing Duff Dad and Just Jazik. Duff Dad and Just Jazik have now advanced to 10th place, overtaking 81-17-92. Sneaku 515 and Komodo 3 are making moves, catching up to 81-17-92 by shaving off 3 seconds from the gap. Gary No Name gains ground, now at 12th place overtaking Error 40. The battle for 12th position continues between Gary No Name in a Praga Rome and Error 40 in a Lada Revolution RST Duane. Jazak 72 and Sir Ironbot make their move to 16th place, surpassing Fiery and Super Lacroix. Fiery and Super Lacroix are fiercely competing with Ijon 1792 for the 17th spot in their Norma M20AC and Oscilla PA 21 Honda, respectively. The tension is palpable as they navigate the track. Koki Benanity and Quack Daddy 2 are making a move on H1 1792, reducing the distance between them by 3.2 seconds. The race is heating up as they push to gain ground on the track. Aminson and Amy have made a move, climbing up to 7th place by passing Duff Dad and Just Jazzy. Brainiab is making moves, climbing to P21 by passing H-Yoman 1792. Meanwhile, Ortone is gaining on H-Yoman 1792, cutting the distance by 3.4 seconds. Amy and Amundsen are making a strong move, catching up to Sesti4 and BZJ, and Osming Sin 20 by reducing the gap by 5.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Gary No Name is on the rise, now in 10th place after overtaking Air 40. Suzanne Greenberg and Maya are making gains on Bobardo and Waziri Sky, cutting the distance by 8.2 seconds. Abby Andy and Fractal Hollow are closing in on Aetion 1792, reducing the gap by 29.7 seconds. Suzanne Greenberg and Maya continue to close in on Bobardo and Waziri Sky, now only 8.2 seconds behind. ABMD and Fractal Hollow, making moves up to P24, leaving H1 1792. Behind ... Feds is putting the pressure on La Croissant 1980 and Baker Jerome, narrowing the gap by 3.2 seconds. Welcome back to the channel, X Frosty. So glad to have you joining us again for some thrilling race car action with the AI drivers. Let's enjoy the chaos together. Racing car party popper. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are making moves, closing in on Bobardo and Waziri Sky by 6.8 seconds. However, 3, and in the Flux are on the move, narrowing the gap with Dufdad and Just Jusik by 8.8 seconds. Rizaldi Adha is charging hard, cutting down the distance to Aetion 1792 by a significant 35.2 seconds. Knall Gas 77 and Deplorable Able are swiftly catching up to Darth Blazer and C. Fontina, reducing the gap by 8.8 seconds. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha is making significant progress towards Aetion 1792, closing in by 29 seconds. The competition is heating up as Knall Gas 77 and Deplorable Able continue to chase Darth Blazer and C. Fontina, shortening the distance by 8.8 seconds. Rizaldi Adha is making impressive progress, significantly cutting the gap to Aetion 1792 by 54.9 seconds. The pressure is on as Rizaldi Adha continues to close in on Aetion 1792. Rizaldi Adha continues to close in on Aetion 1792, reducing the gap by 9.8 seconds. Elvaneni and Andre Yash are also making ground on Autumn, cutting the distance by 2.7 seconds. It's a tight battle out there. Rizaldi Adha is on fire, catching up to H1 1792 by 20.4 seconds. Feds is making moves, closing in on Lacrosse on 1980 and Baker Jerome by 8.9 seconds. Edelbach is climbing up the ranks to Penn, overtaking near 40. Sneku 515 and Komodo 3 are gaining on Duff Dad and Just Jazik, cutting the difference by 37.1 seconds. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are catching up to Suzanne Greenberg and Maya, shortening the gap by 4.5 seconds. Huggett 3 and In the Flux are closing in on Set Fawn BZHA and Osmuniason 20, reducing the distance by 2.8 seconds. Ilga 77 and Deplorable Apple are making significant strides, closing in on Darth Blazer and C. Fortini by 8.4 seconds. Similarly, Sneku 515 and Komodo 3 are rapidly catching up to Fiery and Super Lacroix, also closing the gap by 8.4 seconds. However, Rizaldi Erta seems to be on a different level, closing in on AD&D and Fractal Hollow by a massive 414.7 seconds. Feds from Team Still No Name Racing is making a significant move, closing the gap on HON 1792 by 48.2 seconds. Koki Beninity and Quack Duddy 2 are neck and neck with Duff Dad and Just Jazik in a tight battle for 18th place. Alvanini and Andre Ace are making gains on Autone, reducing the gap by 5 seconds. Rizaldi Adaha is also closing in on ABMD and Fractal Hollow, shrinking the difference by 3.8 seconds. Feds is making a strong move, getting closer to HON 1792 by 59.1 seconds. New Texum and Sabina 27 are right on Fed's tail, closing in by 11.9 seconds. Feds continues their charge, closing the gap on HON 1792 by another 59.1 seconds. Feds is making a significant move, closing in on HU1 1792 by 26.4 seconds. Darth Blazer and C. Fontina are hot on the heels of Suzanne Greenberg and Maya, narrowing the gap by 5 seconds. Go 3 and In the Flux are also catching up with Zesty Form BZHA and Osmuniason 20, reducing the gap by 3.6 seconds. Welcome back, someone. Glad to see you back in the racing action with us. Racing car checkered flag.